Shout aloud for Uncontained, the fullness of God. May He grant you out of the riches of His glory to be strengthened and spiritually energized with power through His Spirit in your inner self, indwelling your innermost being and personality, so that Christ may dwell in your hearts through your faith, and may you, having been deeply rooted and securely grounded in love, be fully capable of comprehending with all the saints, God's people, the width and length and height and depth of His love, fully experiencing that amazing endless love, and that you may come to know, practically through personal experience, the love of Christ which far surpasses mere knowledge without experience, that you may be filled up throughout your being to all the fullness of God, so that you may have the richest experience of God's presence in your lives, completely filled and flooded with God Himself. It is God's desire to have a relationship and fellowship with His people, and God has made that possible through His Son, Jesus Christ, whose death and resurrection enables us to be reconciled to Him. Romans 10 verse 9 says, "If you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, and believe in your heart that God raised Him from the dead, you will be saved." Jesus also says, "If anyone loves me, he will keep my word, and my Father will love him, and we will come to him and make our home with him." In verse 17 of Ephesians 3, Paul then says, "So that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith." It is important for us to have a personal revelation and a deeper understanding of the width and length and height and depth of His love, fully experiencing that amazing endless love. If you look at the width, length, height, and depth, it places you at the center. You and me are at the core center of the reason why He came on earth. The love for His people allowed Him to come onto earth in human form and dwell among us. It is one thing to know about the love of God, and another practically know through personal experience the love of Christ which surpasses mere knowledge without experience. That heart that was once in a condition of sin, filled with the fruits of the sinful nature, will instead be filled with God's presence. And Paul says the fullness of God will be throughout your whole being. When that happens, you will have the richest experience of God's presence in your life, completely filled and flooded with God Himself. This is evident through the fruit of the Spirit. Your conduct, character, and behavior reflects Christ.